Hello everybody, welcome back. And if you are new, my name is Carly. I am the owner of the Gut Health Clinic and just super passionate about all things kind of health, wellness, but in a really realistic way. I am someone that just believes in balance and living our lives as happily as we can. In this video, I'm going to review and talk about Symprove as a product, but I'm also going to do a little bit of an overview of my journey with my gut and how I healed it, and just all bits about that, because it's quite an important part. It's the main reason I opened up the clinic and why I'm now so passionate about how important it is to look after our gut health. And at the very end of the video as well, if you stay that long, there is a little Brucey bonus about some stuff that how you can purchase this at a slightly discounted rate. So if you don't want to hear the gut health stuff, just head to around probably about 6 minutes of this video and I'll be talking more about Symprove. What I have done with the review is to make it as realistic and as fair, I don't know if that is the right word, but I've been using this product for quite some time. So I didn't want it to just be a biased review of me. I wanted it to be really realistic. So I've actually put it out to all of my clients that are on it as well, and I've got all of their feedback. So I'm gonna really go run through a little bit of that as well, so you just get a real good kind of honest feedback of what this product can do. Where do I even start when it comes to my gut health journey? It's a long, I'm gonna make it a shorter one. If you want me to do a longer video on this, because it is quite a long story, then let me know, but I'm gonna do an overview on here. But the kind of overall thing that happened to me is that I, for many years in my 20s, was suffering with the standard bloating, wasn't going to the toilet very well, just didn't feel great in my gut area, and just presumed a bit of IBS. That's why I always got told as well from the GP that it's IBS. They didn't even tell me really what that meant at the time. This is going back probably about 7 years ago now. And I would go into the GP again and again saying, I'm constantly getting this like real big bloat. And for me, I always say to my clients, like, you will know the difference between bloating and I've just had a really big meal. Like, you feel full after a really big meal, but bloating can make you, when it's severe, honestly, it's very uncomfortable, and you can look up, up to 7 months pregnant. What happened to me is that if I'm 100% really brutally honest, is that my 20s, especially late 20s, were a bit of a mess. I was here, there and everywhere. I had a very toxic relationship with food. I went out way too much. I abused my health. I was really stressed. I was in some very horrible relationships. So my whole body was under this pressure cooker all of the time, and my head as well was. So I ended up, from the minute I woke up, feeling bloated. From the minute I went to bed, I would react to every single food that I ate. So what ended up happening is, because of the toxic environment that I was constantly in, because I wasn't opening my bowels hardly ever, I ended up developing something called SIBO, which is known as small intestine bacteria overgrowth. And it's when you have too much bacteria in your small intestines, and it can really cause havoc with your overall health, your mental health, your brain fog, sleep, energy, all of those different things. Now, unfortunately, here in the UK, GPs just never ever tested for it. Even though, we're very lucky that with the healthcare system that we do have, but when it comes to gut problems, they don't often take you very seriously. And I never got tested for anything and had to go private for this diagnosis. So I ended up going and seeing a specialist in a private surgery, which came back with the result of SIBO, costing me quite a lot of money, to get the right antibiotics that I needed for it. So you need something called rifaximin. You can also do a herbal route as well. SIBO, again, is another big topic that we'll get into one day. And But yeah, so I had a couple of rounds of antibiotics for it. I felt better, but I just had this really ongoing, sluggish type bowel. I just didn't feel good still. My major symptoms are gone. I wasn't always bloated from the minute I woke up. I went to the toilet a bit better, but I still wasn't great. And I then spent ages trying to figure out what was going on. I didn't know much about gut health. I restricted myself from so many foods. I had so much mucus in my bowel. I tried every single diet there was. Just nothing seemed to work properly. And it wasn't until, and this is why this is a long story, so I'm going to try and shorten it down, but it really wasn't until the lockdown happened and my whole lifestyle changed. Because even though I wasn't maybe living how I was in my 20s anymore, I still was so up in my own head all of the time. Stress and overthinking, anxiety and worry is one of the biggest causes of gut problems, which I did not know. And as lockdown happened, my life slowed right down. I'd already done a course of this before lockdown, and I had seen some difference, but because I still had this kind of underlying thing going on, until I fixed that, and I really did change my lifestyle and it changed my whole life, which I know sounds dramatic, that's why it is a longer video. But changing then my stress in my life, so many of my gut problems went. Then I went on to this again, and it was just the boost my gut needed, because my gut was I fixed my root cause, which was my stress, and it allowed products like this to actually finally work efficiently. After lockdown, I kind of came out like a new person. It sounds so cheesy, and my gut is so much better. And you know, considering that I probably had about 5 years of not being able to wear jeans, of never really going to the toilet, the stuff, you know, the way it made me feel was the point where I just it was horrible, really horrible. So that's kind of a little bit of an overview of my gut health journey. And because I managed to fix my gut through removing the main root cause, but then introducing things that work properly and feeding my gut the right stuff that it needs. So with your gut, we're nearly to the end of this bit, it needs good bacteria. Your gut needs good bacteria in there, and then you need to then feed that good bacteria a really colourful fibres. Now, everyone with their gut health journey, so I need to put that out there, that if you have a sensitive gut, you must do everything very low and slow. Because if you go and have loads of good bacteria in there, and then you put loads of fibre in there, you're going to feel quite uncomfortable. So low and slow is always the way. That is the kind of overview of my history with my gut. There is way more in there. I didn't want to have it too long for this video. Okay, let's get into Symprove. So first of all, let me give you a little bit of an overview of what Symprove is. It's obviously the bottle that I'm holding up here, but Symprove is a water-based solution that is there to support your gut. And how that works is that the solution that you are drinking, that you take first thing in the morning, is live. So any good bacteria that you are going to have, so whether you go for something different, you need to make sure that it is live and active. So Symprove is live and active. So when it goes into the human body, it is alive. And what it will do is it survives your gut. It survives the journey that it needs to take. We need this to get to your large intestine alive, because that's where majority of your gut microbiome lives in your large intestine. And you need that to be able to survive the really harsh journey of your stomach that has got loads of acids, all the way through your small intestine that is really long, and get safely to its destination. And that's what this does. Because it's water-based, you take it first thing in the morning, it will get there alive, which is great. Another thing that this does is that it produces lactate.
I think I pronounced that right.
Lactate, lactate. Very dyslexic over here, so I'm really awful with pronunciations. But it produces lactate, and which basically, well, so first of all, it multiplies in your gut, which is what you want. You want trillions of good bacteria in there and lots of different strains. What this will do is it will feed your existing good bacteria. So that's what's so important, is that we want this to embed and keep on growing and making all that good bacteria thrive as much as it can. Now, my personal experience with Symprove is nothing but positive. I have felt that it keeps my gut how it should be, and with a busy lifestyle and not always being able to eat fermented food. So fermented foods are high in good bacteria, but getting them into your lifestyle every single day, which is what they recommend, is every single meal you should have some form of fermented foods, can be quite hard. So knowing that I've got something that I can take every morning that's also going to give my gut the goodness that it needs is really important to me. It keeps me regular. It definitely keeps that bloat down. I only now, if I am super overwhelmed, do I feel really sluggish, but I know how to manage that. The taste for me isn't too bad. I know that some people don't like the original. I always go for original. I'm just not a fan of anything that is flavored a certain way that it shouldn't be. The ones that they've got raspberry and strawberry and passion fruit and mango. It's all like, there's no artificial flavoring in it at all, so they flavor it with something natural. I've never ever been someone that likes anything that is a flavor that it shouldn't be, so I always go for original. Some people aren't a fan of the original, so they go for the flavored, and I actually really like the flavored one, which is great. But what I will quickly do now is let me go through, I've written them down because I got them through over on email, what my clients have said about this product. I got my book. So clients have said about this product are, I would 100% recommend. My insides feel so much better. Another one said, I love it. I've got regular poops. I get less upset stomach. I don't react to foods as much. I'm always recommending this product. I had another lady that has I can't pronounce this very well, colitis. Oh, God, I need to learn how to pronounce some of these words, don't I? And she says that even though she still gets flare-ups, so that's a gut condition, so you potentially would always get flare-ups, but she says that using Symprove has made her feel better. I've got another one who's been taking it for about a month now, and I feel that my bloating has already gone down. I have another client who she's written poop much better, but also her immune system. So then my poop much better, my immune system is so much stronger, I barely get the common cold anymore. And then the final one that I got through was that after the first week, because sometimes it takes a little while for that product to settle in, but after that week of it settling in, she was having like going lots and little, so that her bowel movements are now regular. And she's just like, she couldn't believe it, because actually it was only a week, and she's like, I feel so much better. So yes, that is a kind of review from clients of mine that are taking it, that I'm not taking it, is worth it. So if you have made it this far, or if you've skipped through to this page, then hello. So I am extremely lucky that because I am a registered practitioner, I have my own practice and I'm qualified, I get a discount that I can give to my clients, but also to anyone that is interested in Symprove. It's a really good discount. It makes it 50% off. I'll put the discount code along here. You just need to select the flexible subscription, which you can cancel at any time, and it will give you 50% off for the first 3 months. It makes it like £25 a month or something. If you have any questions, honestly, don't hesitate to ask. If you would like me to do a much more detailed video on what I did to fix my gut, please let me know. If there's demand for that, I will 100% do that. But for now, I'm going to go and have my daily shot of my probiotic, and hopefully you guys can start it and feel good too. Anyway, speak to you soon. Bye.